The heat is intensifying tonight for city leaders over the deadly shooting of a homeless man in the foothills.
A warning, the video you're about to see is hard to watch for some. Helmet cam video shows officers shooting James Boyd as he appears to be turning around in the foothills more than a week ago. Albuquerque Police Chief Gordon Eden says officers fired because Boyd was threatening a canine officer with knives. Today, community members asked for an independent review of the shooting. Yesterday, Mayor R.J. Berry said he is asking the Department of Justice and the Las Cruces Police Department to investigate. Chief Eden initially called it justified, then later said his comments were premature. Protesters are gathering downtown right now, calling for change in the department.
And earlier today, a community task force said it is still waiting on the city to act on its already made recommendations for change. News 13's Chris McKee is live at the Alvarado Transportation Center with the very latest. Chris?
Dean and Jessica, we've got dozens of protesters who have already just come down here this afternoon with signs reading "Jail Killer Cops, Justice for All Victims of Police Brutality," and various other things. In just about a half hour, they are planning on marching straight back to APD headquarters. Now, earlier today, another group called for change, asking for independent review of the shooting and for Albuquerque City councilors to greenlight changes to the Police Oversight Commission.
We need systemic change. What's been happening in Albuquerque really goes beyond individual incidents, but is really a systematic problem.
Andrew Lipman was the chair of the Police Oversight Task Force. At the urging of city councilors, the task force was formed to revamp the Police Oversight Commission. That's a commission that polices the police, but it's been under fire for having no teeth. The task force submitted recommendations to the council a couple months ago to hold APD more accountable. They're asking for the POC to have its own staff and budget, access to IA files, the ability to subpoena records, and the authority to recommend punishment of officers. They also want the chief to have to explain his decisions, but the city council has yet to act on those ideas. We spoke with Councilor Brad Winter about why today. He says those recommendations should be drafted into an ordinance in the next 4 weeks. He says the challenge now is figuring out which recommendations work with the police union contract.
I feel very confident that we're going to have a good ordinance that come out. The recommendations that we were given were very strong and very good, so I'm looking forward to presenting the ordinance.
Of course, this all comes right in the middle of a federal investigation into the culture at APD. That's something these protesters will likely also bring up tonight, as we've seen dozens gather here in just the last few minutes. Back to you guys.